He's straight out of Windsor, which I think was the original working title of Straight Outta Compton. He is an 8-year veteran now entering the National Football League with his 8th year out of Temple by way of Jacksonville, Denver, Washington, and now with the New England Patriots. Good to see you, Terrance Knighton. How are you?
Good. How you doing, Rich? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing just great. So were you at the ESPYs last night?
Yes.
What'd you think?
I had a great time. I think they should have put a little bit more into the Muhammad Ali thing, but maybe have his daughter go up there and talk. But other than that, I think it was a great event.
What'd you think of the way it opened with LeBron and Carmelo and Chris Paul and Dwayne Wade?
I just think everyone's on the edge right now with what's going on, and it's something that probably had to be said. And those guys being the face of sports right now, a lot of people wanted to hear them talk about it. And it surprised me. I didn't know they were going to do it, and I guess they took a stand on how they felt about it, and now we'll see if there's backlash or people agree with it.
Well, I mean, in terms of a backlash. Shouldn't you? I mean, you're a human being on the planet with opinions and family and experiences in life. And that's our poll question today is do you mind if athletes are out there on social issues? And what's the current standings on that right now, Chris Brockman? What do you got for me?
63% say yes.
Say yes to that. Would you agree with that?
I agree. I mean, you got a lot of athletes, especially African-American athletes, come from these neighborhoods that are affected by, police brutality or even people, fighting against the police. So, I think it was something that needed to be said, and it affects a lot of people and it hits home. So, I definitely agree with what they did, and I'm, someone who on Twitter speaks a lot about it, and, I get a lot of backlash from people, and a lot of people support it. So. But that's Twitter. So
on Twitter at Mr. Roast.
Mr. Roast.
98.
Yes.
Don't forget the Mr.
Right.
Where did you get the nickname of Pot Roast?
My rookie year, on a flight back from Seattle, and I ordered it on the airplane, and one of the vets was like, "I'm going to call you Pot Roast from now on."
Which vet did that?
His name was Clint Ingram. And, John Henderson was sitting right next to him, so I really didn't have any say at all.
John Henderson was on the early going of the NFL Network. We started in 2003, okay? Mm-hmm. John Henderson was one of our favorites from the very beginning, right? Because we had video of him before he goes out on the field demanded of one of the staff to slap him in the mouth and just keep hitting him until he tasted blood, and that's how he got out on the field.
Well, when I got there as a rookie, that's one thing I told him, I'll be ready to play. I don't need that. I don't need, I don't want to be part of it.
You witnessed this actually happening one time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I witnessed it a few times during the season, and I thought it was crazy. I mean,
I'm glad you did. I mean, you're a player. You're a colleague. We saw it. We're like, oh my gosh, we played that over and over and over again.
Yeah, some guys need it.
You have.
Oh, Joe, that ain't even good enough. Come on, Joe. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Making blood come from my damn mouth.
That was John Henderson.
Yeah, get out of his way.
What do you say to Del Tufo? Do you have things ready all the time? You had that. Look at you, Johnny, on the spot. Well done, Mike Del Tufo. So he's clearly the craziest teammate you ever had.
Yes, one of the craziest. He's always dancing. One of the biggest guys I've ever met in my life. Mm-hmm. And, it's just a great guy for me to come in as a rookie and learn from and, get to know as a person. Was a great family man. And, he was the face of the organization at the time. So it was good to come in and be around a guy like that.
And now I'm here with Terrance Knighton of the Patriots here on the Rich Eisen Show. Now, it must have been very jarring for you to see that Belichick demands that somebody slap him in the mouth to go out and coach, right? That happens.
Yeah, right. There's no chance. No chance.
What's it been like to be part of the Patriots organization?
It's different. I would say that from everywhere I've been. It's strictly business there. It's just only football. They only talk about championships.
And that's unlike any other spot you've been?
Well, I mean, during OTAs and, during the workout periods, coaches kind of leave you alone and, let you go about your work and make sure you're learning the playbook. But there it's like, training camp starts the first day. That's what it feels like. We're in our playbooks, we're working hard. And, I would say it's a little harder, workout-wise, for places that I've been. But, Belichick's a pretty straightforward guy. All about football, and outside the building, he's a great guy. So, it gives you a good balance.
So what's Brady been like as a teammate for you to see him and chat with him? Is he the guy who's essentially the messenger in a way of the Patriot way when you walk in the locker room?
Not really. I think Bill just really runs the show. And, I've talked to Tom in the locker room, obviously playing against him. And, he's all smiles all the time, you know what I mean? And, we have a lot of great veterans in the locker room. And, it's just pretty chill. It's a pretty chill environment. And, you just know when you step in the building, everything else, you put it all to the side, and it's all about football, and it's all about the Patriot way.
And you just came from Washington, D.C., where Kirk Cousins essentially took the gig. That he got an opportunity, he took it by the horns. Is he a championship quarterback? I
think so. I think, now that he's, developing into a personality of the league, do you like that thing? And, he's always been a fiery guy in practice and training camp, and he's always competing. And, he finally got his opportunity. And, as a team and, being one of the leaders on the team at the time, we just said we got to back him. He's our guy, and, Coach said he was going to be the starter. And, obviously, people thought RG3 was going to be the guy. But, when the coach, announced the starter, we just had to say, we're just going to support him.
How awkward was that, though, at the time?
It was very awkward. It was very awkward because, like I said, no one knew, how seriously injured Robert was, or if he was really injured, or if they planned to have Kirk in there the whole time. Nobody really knew what was going on. It was just a circus. So it was good for Coach to announce that early in the season, just so he could eliminate the distractions.
How do you think RG3 is going to do in Cleveland?
I think he'll do good. I think he'll do good because he's healthy. He has a different mindset, fresh environment, and sometimes that's good for guys. I was in Jacksonville for 4 years, and it got to a point where I was, because of the losing, I didn't know if I was good enough, or if it was me. And then going to Denver and reestablishing myself as a player in this league, and some guys need a fresh start.
I've got Terrance Knighton here on the Rich Eisen Show in the couple minutes that I have left with you here. You're entering the 8th season of a career in a sport where the average length is less than 4 years. Are you sitting here right now thinking about the future? You're thinking about getting that ring on your finger? What is your mindset right now as somebody's entering the 8th year of a career?
I definitely want to win a Super Bowl. That was part of my decision in going to New England. And you definitely think about post-career, and hopefully I get a big office like you when I'm done, and get the Terrance Knighton show or something.
The Terrance Knighton Show.
Yeah, man, something.
Well, I like it. Here's what you need to do if you'd like the Terrance Knighton Show. You need to run a 40-yard dash faster than 5.94, which I think could you do that right now?
Yeah.
Right now, how fast is your 40 right now?
Right now, I can probably, with my suit on like you did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, yeah. Now that's the rub, sir. Yes.
With my suit on, probably 5.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
How do we time that?
I don't know. Next time you run it, man, just tell me to fly.
I know some people in the Patriots organization. How about when you go back to New England, you're going to be running at the. I don't know if this is part of the Belichick workout program, but you run that 40
in my suit. I'll do it
in a suit.
Film it
at the Patriot facility.
Okay.
Shoot it. We know Patriots have the best broadcast wing in the NFL.
Okay.
I know that they've got a studio there for the Terrance Knighton Show, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. So, will you do that?
I could definitely do that. I don't know how Bill's going to feel about that, but we'll keep that. We'll
forget him. Who is he?
But I'm open to it. I can show you.
Okay. All right. Very good. And, we wanted to make a pot roast when was the last time you actually ate a pot roast?
I've only had it like twice in my life. And the first time I had it was on the airplane. So that's what made it a little bit more like.
That's how it started? You were eating a pot roast on
It was
plane?
Either that or shrimp Alfredo, so I'm glad I got the pot roast.
Yeah, Mr. Shrimp Alfredo on Twitter is not good.
Mr. Shrimp, no.
So if you could choose a food that you prefer your nickname to be, what would it be?
Well, I'm a steak guy, so I think pot roast falls in that family, so I think it's perfect.
Okay.
Especially for a nose tackle. So,
yeah, pot roast kind of fits.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, Terrance.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And
man.
we will look for that video.
All right, cool.
Okay? You know where we are, and I know where you are.
What do you think I'm going to run?
In a suit?
In a suit.
That's going to add some time. but you got to wear the jacket.
Yeah,
and the tie.
I see your logo.
Okay, the jacket slows you down.
Okay, cool.
Look, I've got experience in this.
Okay.
594. That's what you got to go
But
for.
I've seen that you changed your shoes, so I'll have to change them.
You can wear you wear your shoes.
Okay,
I don't
cool.
want you getting hurt.
Oh, it won't matter what the suit then if I have on cleats.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it won't matter.
Okay.
It won't matter.
Okay, this is great. Thanks for coming on, Terrance.
Thanks for having me, man.
You got it.
Thank
Terrance
you.
Knighton is here.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.